Hello, my name is Pavan Kumar and welcome to my YouTube channel. Guys, we are continuing our playlist towards Python programming. Today we are going to see some of the topics, some of the basic topics which are related to the Python programming. Okay, so if you are visiting my channel for the first time, please do subscribe to my channel and please press the notification icon to get all updates related to my YouTube channel. So let's get into this. So this is the topic which we are going to discuss today, guys, in the Python programming playlist. So first we are going to discuss about upper, and we are going to discuss about lower, and we are also going to discuss about strip. Okay, so don't worry, I will explain you what is upper, what is lower, and what is strip in Python programming. So you might be confused like what Pavan is studying suddenly upper, lower, and strip and all. So don't worry, I am going to explain you everything in detail. Okay, so let's continue our journey. So these are all the topics which we discussed in our previous classes. Okay, so now let's continue our playlist towards Python programming. Okay, let's add some of the cells. Okay, I think I have already told you how to add the cells in Jupyter Notebook. If you want to add upper cell, you can click here and press A in your keyboard, and if you want to add cells below these cells, lower cells, you can click here and press B. Okay, so let's continue our journey. So as I told you, first we are going to discuss about upper. Okay, so let's mention that in comments, upper. Okay, let's directly start with some example. Let's define some variable string. So let's mention what will mention some we'll just mention not movies, we have already discussed about movies. We'll just mention as sports. Okay, we'll just mention as Indian sports. Okay, so we'll just mention Indian sports is equal to, we'll mention some string Sachin Tendulkar. Sachin Tendulkar is one of the best sportsman. Okay, so we have mentioned Indian sports is equal to Sachin Tendulkar is one of the best sportsman. Okay, so we'll run this particular cell. Okay, so here you can see like Sachin Tendulkar, like here first letter is Sachin, yes, and it is in capital. Here Tendulkar T is in capital, and he is one of the sportsmen. Okay, we'll just not mention in a proper format. We'll just make it some capital letters here and there so that we can play around the Python programming, so that we can take those examples. Okay, and we'll run this particular cell. Okay, suppose if you want to convert all these characters or the letters into capital format. Okay, capital letters means like right, A, B, C, D, E, F. So these are all the capital letters. Okay, so I need not tell all those things. Okay, I'm just giving you an example. Okay, so I will just mention INDIAN sports dot. Okay, suppose if you want to convert everything in capital letter, discuss, as I told you, we are going to discuss about upper. So we'll discuss first about upper, then we'll see everything. Okay, so any idea like if I run this particular cell, what might be the output? Okay, let's see. So now you can see all the things, all the letters are in capital letters. Okay, this is what we call it as upper in Python programming. Okay, so let's print this now and let's see. Okay, so here you can see Sachin Tendulkar is one of the best sportsmen. Okay, so this is how the upper function works in Python programming. And now let's see the lower, and I will discuss some more operations while we continue our playlist. So we'll take an example of lower, and let's run this particular cell, and I have mentioned this in comments. Okay, so again we'll take this same example, we'll paste it and we'll run this. As I told you, now we are going to discuss about lower dot. Now if you press tab, you will get so many options, guys. You can select so many options, whichever the option you want. So as of now we are going to discuss about lower, and I'm going to use that lower. Okay, so now if we run this particular cell, now let's see what will happen. Now you can see all the characters are in lower format. So when we used upper format, we can see all the letters converted into upper format. When we used lower format, we can see all the letters converted into the lowercase format. Okay, and now let's try to print this also, and now let's see. So we have finally printed. Okay, and let's add some more cells, because we have some more couple of examples to be discussed today. Okay, and now let's again take this same Indian sports is equal to Sachin Tendulkar is one of the best sportsmen. Okay, so now let's see, and now let's try to use some other options. So we'll try to use capitalize, guys, and now let's see what might be the output. Okay, so let's run this particular cell. So here you can see like only the first letter of the entire sentence is capital, and rest all the letters are in lower format. Okay, so this is all about lower and upper and capital format. Even though I have not mentioned here capital, but still I have discussed about the capitalize, so we'll just mention that in comment section, capitalize. Okay, so this is all about lower, upper, and now let's discuss about strip in Python programming. Okay, so now let's take the same example, we'll take some other example. Okay, so any example can you guess, guys? We'll just what will mention best place, we'll just mention as best place. Okay, best place is equal to Taj Mahal is one of the best place in India. Taj Mahal, anyhow it's a monument, we'll just remove Taj Mahal and we'll just mention Bangalore. Okay, so best place is equal to Bangalore is one of the best place in India. Okay, so we'll run this particular cell. Okay, so now before we take this example, okay, now let's give some space after India. Okay, so here you can see like I have given some space after India. Okay, and now let's run this particular cell, and suppose if you run this particular cell, what might be the output? You will get Bangalore is the best place in India, and here you can see the space after India. Okay, suppose if you want to print best place without spaces, without removing the spaces here, so we use the option called strip. Okay, so strip is the option which will remove the spaces. Anyhow, the spaces are after India, that is towards right side, so for that we use R strip. Okay, so we'll run this particular cell right now, and let's see. Now you can see like the Bangalore is one of the best place in India, even though there is a space here, but space has been removed because we have given R strip. Okay, and you might get a question, suppose if there is a space before Bangalore. Now let's take that particular example. Just imagine there is a space before Bangalore and there is no space after India. Okay, so in this case what we'll do is, instead of R strip we use L strip, because the space is towards left side. Okay, so before we use this L strip, we'll just try to run, and now let's see what might be the output. You can see there is a space before Bangalore. Okay, so now let's use L strip, and now let's run this particular cell. Directly run, then we'll try to, yeah, here you can see there is no space before Bangalore, even though there is a space before Bangalore in the best place, but once we used L strip there is no space before Bangalore. Okay, so we'll take one example where we see the space simultaneously exist before Bangalore and after India. We just try to see how exactly it works. Suppose if we print this, we can see the space before Bangalore also and after India also. Okay, so now let's try to remove the spaces before Bangalore also and after India also. So here we have to use the option, like we'll just use the option as strip. Okay, and now let's see whether the space would be removed or not. Yes, the space is removed, guys, before Bangalore also and after India also. Okay, so this is all about lower, upper, lower, and even though capitalize is not mentioned, but still I have discussed that, and we have discussed even strip also in Python programming. Okay, so that's all about this particular video. I hope you like this particular video. Please do subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. See you one and all. Thank you. Bye bye.